So, Destiny 2 things I enjoy. This is kind of like the usual, just sitting here journaling kind of situation. Excuse me. I enjoy that there are uh, Lost Sectors. I thought that when Lost Sectors first came out, they were going to be more like, dungeons, like in most other RPGs. Um, but, I mean, they're cool. They're basically a long hallway. There's a run up to them, which is necessary, I believe, because the game's got to have time to load the dungeon ahead of you, or I mean the sector, and then there's just this one big room most times where it's like just this open space. Um, I really like this lost sector. This is the Kingship Dock and Tangle Shore, which will be going away once Witch Queen comes into play, and I'm going to miss it. I really am because it's a really good lost sector. I mean, there's very. I have not explored all the other ones. Um, But I like to do the daily gunsmith bounties, if because you obviously all have noticed that. And the Kingship Dock is the one place I could go where I could clear 1 to 2 bounties per run, because of the way the mobs spawn in and the fact that there are so many of them. And it's like they're in the element that I like to use, which is solar. Um, and it's not I just tried to do the lost sector on the tangled shore. I mean, on the winding coast on Earth, and it's like no, it didn't really work out. Nessus is good, but you got to do multiple passes. But it's kind of the same situation as here. You've got a large open area with several levels to it, and you know. So yeah, today I'm going to be questing for a replacement to this sector because, yeah, it's going to be so sad to see all this go because it's been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I enjoy playing the hunter. I only actually play one character, except for when there's a small little bit of cheese that comes out that allows you to roll multiple characters to get multiple effects. Um, I like doing the European Exo Challenge. I like doing this. And I don't really do it for the pinnacle gear. I don't really, obviously, I'm at max power right now, barring, deliberately choosing low power weapons. Let's see, here we go. Boop, doop, boop, doop, boop, doop. So there you go. 1330 season cap. It's a long season. It's been a long, long season. Um, Deicide. Don't care about that. That's kind of a gross gun. Um, Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of liking the Scathe Lock. It was doing okay. These are actually nice synergistic. I think I'm going to go ahead and change up this to go for range, and let's put on a counterbalance mod right now. It'd be kind of ridiculous to put. Oh, I could do that one. That'd be kind of cute. Arrowhead break, supposed to actually be better. Oh, cool! It's my favorite. Actually, I don't know. Is this my favorite? Yeah, this one's my favorite. Which is surprising because, as everybody will tell you who knew me from Destiny 1, I don't platform. Hako don't like doing platforming. It's not my thing. It's not my jam, baby. Um, but yeah, this is a nice one. I like this one. Ooh, I should probably switch over to my sidearm so I have more agility because it's an adaptive frame, so it gives me more fun. Plus, it's got that cool special effect. Yeah, this is basically my idea of what a platform shooter should be like. Um, it's got this activity. The exo challenges are fun. The one that I have a tendency to struggle with the most is the safeguard, where you're fighting waves that are coming at you from both sides. Sometimes I get a little bit overwhelmed with them. It depends on how I'm feeling that day, or if my brain's clicking where it's supposed to be, or if I have enough caffeine running through my system. No, I don't do energy drinks, but I do drink coffee, and chocolate is a friend of mine, which I'm so glad I'm not a dog. Yeah, so let's just go whoop, up onto this, and then we wait for the mobs to show up. And I wonder if Wolfpack rounds work like this. Oh, look at that! What a coinky dink! They do. One time I was standing here and I was standing too close to the edge, and um, I did not do the good thing, and I fell off, which was a pain in the butt. This is why I like the Hunter. I mean, you could do this with the Titan and the Warlock, but I like the Hunter because it's a more controlled jump, you know? And I like the Vex. I don't know. I never used to really be a fan of the Vex. Oh, oh. Ah, clutch. Bungie's really all about that cinematic finish. That's what they really get into that, and that's fine. But I'm one of those. I'm not into that kind of freneticism. Can I make that jump? Enough hits. It's probably not going to happen. Yep, I did it. Oh, okay. If I was a warlock, I'd be there. No, but I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. Don't play a warlock. You don't like warlock. I know. It's not that I don't like warlocks. I don't have the patience. Warlocks require a lot of skill and timing, in my opinion. Although it's kind of like, I don't know. Once you get the rhythm of a warlock, they're kind of easy mode, in my opinion. Um, I keep saying my opinion. Actually, no, it's not my opinion. I can demonstrate it. If I had a warlock on me, I would show you. But I think if you're going to rate character classes by difficulty, Hunter is very definitely hard mode, and Titan is very definitely easy mode, which puts Warlock, just for lack of better, for balance, just for interest of balance, puts Warlock kind of around normal mode. And I do think that the majority of the game's mechanics are based upon the abilities and scope of a Warlock. Because when you think about it, we're doing space magic for the most part, and when you play a Titan, everything's about punching and resisting. Their armor should be doing that too, but they also have a highly defensive stat capabilities as well. I mean, I like that Destiny has that character class, character role, uh, player role, character class kind of structure, but at the same time, you have the fluidity amongst the classes to basically cross over. And that's actually in a lot of games that I play. And it might be the reason why I play those games is because you're not restricted to just playing a tank. You're not restricted to just playing a healer. You're not restricted to just playing a damager or whatever. I say healer, but really a supporter, because not every healer can really actually do their job very well, but they are really good at supporting the rally. I have no place to hide. Oh shit. Bad planning. That's where I wanted to go. This is where I ended up. And now we're back to the insane chasing puzzles. Wow, Ghost really just chicken shit fucking spawned me all the way the fuck out here. This is all about things I like in Destiny, not going to talk about the stuff that I don't like in Destiny. I like the aesthetic of Destiny. It's not overdone. It's not trying to be bizarre. It's not got that wacky, weird kind of feel to it. I mean, I would probably play Warframe a whole lot more. I learned my lesson. Um, I would probably play Warframe a whole lot more if it didn't look like everybody just kind of sneezed their armor onto their bodies. Um, so yeah, I mean, I don't like that aesthetic. If you notice on my character, the skins that I was able to place, they're very, um, they make sense for what my character's background is. He was an exo, and became an exo for reasons, as all exos have. I'm not going to say exactly what those reasons are because he doesn't exactly remember them yet. But I have a plan. I have a backstory for my character, and I think that would be kind of fun if Bungie could put in something like that for the character bio that you can inspect with your character screen. And of course, you'd have to be aware of the fact that there would probably be people who are going to say some nasty, sassy shit. So there's probably going to be a vetting process. And once you have that background That's kind of the thing, maybe there's be like, I mean, you could be reported to Sony Entertainment, by having, nasty things in your profile. It's not unrealistic. So I would imagine that, if somebody were to put something really, nasty in their character background, that somebody could report it, and that would just be the risk you take. Um, but yeah, I think that'd be kind of fun to have some kind of like character background to give you a bit more role playing on it. The other thing that I like about Destiny is that it's like the puzzles are really kind of fun. Where the hell is the other one? There it is. Sorry, I play this so much, and then I most times I miss this one. I like the gun feel. I like the feel of the guns, and I mean, compared to all other gunplay in the game, it's really it's clean. That's the thing I like about Destiny. It's it's got an OCD's cleanness to it, and I wouldn't say even it's a disorder. What do you think? Can I do it? Almost got them all. See, those are the little challenges that I like to put in there on my own. Just personal things, and you could do that. In the game, I like the fact that you can set that. Well, you can do that in any game, but in Destiny, it's kind of rewarding. It feels rewarding. Um, Destiny has a really nice, you know, effort reward loop in it, and the loot itself is kind of like, they complain about balance and they want to nerf this and nerf that, promote this and promote that to kind of get people into, doing other things. And that's fine. Like, the whole, hampering, a player because, they decide they want to just play one character class. So if you have multiples and you earn a weekly event achievement on one character, that's the only character that's going to get that achievement if all the other characters are the same class. And it's kind of sad that that's the way they want to do it because, I mean, maybe I want to build three different hunters. Maybe I want to build a hunter for just what I'm doing like right now, it's just PvE solo play. Maybe I want to build a hunter that's more synergistic with other classes and players, uh, playing more of a supporter role. Maybe I want to build a hunter that's good for PvP. So I have like there's three builds right there. That I would do. Um, that way I could just quick load between the characters. Now I don't know if it was in Destiny, but somebody was. Oh no, it's in Elder Scrolls. I'm sorry, my bad. No, that was not deliberate. That was totally an accident. I really mean it. I promise. In Elder Scrolls, you have hot swappable character builds. So rather than having to go through and have multiple alts for your character builds, you can swap instantly between. I cannot seem to get through that. I need to get. It's time for an auto rifle. Let's find a nice quiet spot so I can do that change out. There we go. And we're going to die again. But that's okay. I'm going to miss this mod if it goes away in the next season. Oh, yeah. I got outflanked. My bad. But yeah, so you can hot swap your character builds. And that's fine. That's good. Oh, man. See, now that's like... I think I can get it. Did I get it? I don't know. We'll find out. Nope. If I had shoot to loot, that would so be fucking. Oh wait, I do have something with shoot to loot, don't I? It's not on my character. Why? Maybe if I land right on it. Do I die just before I get it? That sucks. I bet I do. Come on. Nope. Never mind. Oh well. But yeah, I should bring the wolf tone with. I have a bow that has shoot to loot on it. I don't use it. Most times I'm doing okay with the weapons I have. I've gotten used to using kinetics and in the energy slot or special slot. Primary and special. I like it better as primary and special. I don't know if they call that that. Why is it not? Oh, it's that one over there. Sweep the knee. This should proc another baddie. Or maybe... I didn't do the Exo Challenge last week because I was feeling kind of sassy with the holiday. And actually I was spending a lot more time playing Minecraft. Which you guys have to go check out my Minecraft stuff. It's pretty funny. No, it's not. I'm lying. It's the same old bullshit I got right here. Just talk about shit. Okay. Let's see how long has this been droning on. 15 minutes. I think we're kind of done. Let's go take a look at what we got. A cloak for 1330. That's fine. That's okay. I get 1330s pretty regularly. But anyway, so yeah, lots of different things I like in Destiny. That's why I still play. Well, I like it when the game is connected properly. Last week was crazy. Oh my lord, constant bailing and bumping and stuff like that. And I know it all had to do with the fact that everybody was home. It's now post Christmas, so there might be some people who still have. You know what? There is a lost sector here that I do like. Which one is it? It's Perdition? Don't think it's Perdition. It's not Concealed Void. And, oh, cool. It's not the bunker. I like the bunker. The bunker is actually really nice. The bunker is a lot of fun. Because you get to run around with some extra mobs. I think it's Perdition. I think Perdition has the Vex in it that have the different rooms. The thing is that it's such a drag to drive all the fuck out there, and public events don't spawn. See, that's what I rate the lost sectors on: ease of access and the spawning of a public event banner or a rally banner. Because you want to go in fully loaded, and you don't always get the chance to fully load yourself. Once upon a long time ago, I think there were things you could buy in Destiny 1, I mean, with Glimmer or something like that, or some kind of economy. I keep hitting the wrong map buttons. My bad. I totally blew my fucking turn. Yeah, I'm not a snow fan, believe it or not. I like the look. It's pretty, but I don't like... I've never been a person who enjoys the cold. And I don't like having... since I don't play with a lot of sound, as you can hear, I go really heavy on the visual cues, and when we get a whiteout in this game in Europa, it's very annoying, and I don't enjoy it. I broke my theme, but that's okay. 15 minutes is past the 15 minutes, all bets are off. The thesis is over. Let's see. I don't have a bounty in here that I can use, but I bet you I could probably... That's 3, 4, 5. I'm counting in my head. Because it's the density of the ads. That's what makes the Kingship dock so nice, is that first of all, there's not a lot of shielded mobs like this Hydra here. And secondly, there's a far denser grouping of enemies. They come at you in mobs, literal mobs, and and they don't run away and they don't hide. I mean, if they're down to like 1 or 2 enemies, then they might. But as long as they've got 3 or 4 enemies, they kind of just they will charge your shit on a regular basis. So I guess I'm doing this, aren't I? It's a snowball thing. PBR, snowball. I put a rock in that one, bitch. Cool. Oh, there's one back here. How'd you escape it? Oh, blinker. Then he fucking hits me in the head. That was a good play. I really enjoy the AI. Some people complain that the AI in the game is, kind of predictable, but that's okay. I like that. I like that. Part of the Destiny experience is getting familiar with. I think I can prop another one of those now. There we go. I'm going to start stockpiling resources for the new weapons. I am going to go free to play next season. I'm not buying the Witch Queen. I probably won't even buy the season passes either, because I just don't feel like putting too much more money into this game. And that's not because I dislike the game. There's just certain things that I feel they could do with the game that have been like long time coming. If they put Sparrow Racing back in the game and it's behind the paywall, I'll probably pay for it. I don't do PvP anymore for the most part, unless it's like part of a quest. There's like they announced like they're bringing back pinnacle weapons. Okay, if they bring back pinnacle weapons or pursuit weapons in Crucible, gee, I can't even remember them anymore. Yeah, okay. Oh, I don't know. I guess if they put Iron Banner behind a paywall, then I'll pay for it. If they put something I really want behind a paywall, then I'll pay for it. Like the Galahorn, I paid the $25 for the Galahorn, then I bought another $5 worth of BSery for whatever reasons. And I got really disappointed last week because it was like, why did I pay all this money? And it's like, I'm not getting anything really out of it. I did get a good pulse rifle. That pulse rifle is really nice. And I am having fun with the Galahorn because I did have fun with the Galahorn back in Destiny 1. I don't have the Catalyst, so I don't get the double barrels, but I don't really care. Most times I'm not using the Galahorn as my main weapon. It's like, oh, this is a real tough fucker. Let's go ahead and just bomb him once or twice. And then I've got a Hunter, so what do I need double barrels for? I can just easily re-dodge everything. That's what I call the Hunter Marksman's Dodge. Unless, of course, I'm playing something like, if I need to do a lot of punching and I need my grenade energy back up really fast, then I'll go ahead. So I don't know. I think Perdition might be my new Kingship dock. It's got the Vex in it, which I enjoy. Okay, because it's fun. Blow up Vex. It's fun to blow up all these guys. I'm not a fan of the Taken. I think the Taken are the second laziest enemy ever, laziest design ever for enemies. It'll be literally just a reskin and a swap of abilities. You can argue the same thing with, because harpies are shanks and hydras are shriekers. Uh, Actually, cyclopses are shriekers, and hydras are wizards, and minotaurs are knights. Um, so I mean, yeah, you could argue that there's a lot of reskinning. I mean, you could just go down to just one enemy in this game. You really could, or you could do it like Halo and have it be like a covenant. Like it kind of technically is, but it's kind of technically not. So yeah, I don't know. I think Perdition might be worth it, but it's a trek. Um, the bunker's a good one too. Again, Vex. Concealed Void has fallen. Is that it? Just the three sectors here on this location? Huh. I guess. Okay. I haven't really done much in the moon, as you can see. The moon used to be my place back in Destiny 1. Moon and Venus were my two favorites, so I guess, Nestus kind of, fills that group. Oops. Let's get back over there. When it comes to Nestus, you know, the Rift is not that. The orrery. Sorry, I say Artifact's Edge. The orrery is really good because you do get a spawn here, but it's easy enough to do because you could pop here, pick up the banner, and then pop over here, go to the sector. As long as you stay on the planet, you don't lose your ammo. So that's always a thing. Let's see, back on Earth, obviously. Earth has a lot of good sectors in it that are, if I'm doing lo-fi, if I got some time and I don't mind multiple runs, the HPM is really quick and easy. You just blast through there, but it is going to take you 2 to 3 runs per bounty to complete it. You could do the Terminus East, or you could do the Widow's Walk, but you're going to end up with a lot of scattering of enemies because it's fallen. That's the thing. Is that you want an enemy that bunches up and charges at your ass and doesn't go hiding when they start to lose numbers. So yeah, that's definitely going to be the Scorn. It's going to be the Vex, and it's sometimes the Cabal, but they jump around a lot, and that's kind of annoying to me. Um, so yeah, but anyway, that's about it. That's all I really wanted to talk about. I like the events in Destiny. I really wish there was Sparrow racing here, but that is what it is. Let's see what the Bright Dust is. I keep forgetting to do that. Let's see, Bright Dust this week because it's the reset. Um, Here we go. So we get ourselves the Icicle Rush or the Gift Wrapped Shell. No. And then under here we have. Oh, that's kind of nice. A Risk Runner. I haven't played the Risk Runner since Cheer Spreader. Cheese Spreader. Because it is kind of cheesy. I haven't played the Risk Runner since they took away the Black Armory. So, yeah, love the Black Armory. This is it. The Silk Ivory Vanish. This will probably be the one I want, and then I'm going to go ahead and throw this on it because that just looks. I don't know. I like the style. It reminds me of the Dart from Asteroids. How far away are we? Well, we're only 200 bright dust away. Ho ho hum. Huh. Yay. Because you're a grumpy little gnome. Ice carving. Yeah, it's not fun if it's not chainsaws. What do you get? What are you going to make? Is it random? Or is it just you chawing a block of trial by stone? Oh, you made a ghost shell. Do you make something different? Or is it all the same? Okay, so it's. Oh, it's a baby fallen! Okay, so you do make something different each time. Let's see what the other one is. I've never actually seen a live ice carving. Bet that's an event. There was this one performer. I won't say. Oh, so it's just the two then, I guess. Let's try one more. There was this one performer that was in Vegas, and she made it onto a few other shows where she had like metal plates all over her body. She played with these little tiny hedging chainsaws, and like Spark Dancer, I think her name was, or something. I can't remember. And yeah, it's just the ghost of the small one. Pass. Um, I guess we're doing. What is this? The Lost Engine. Oh my god. Okay. All right. uh, let's see. Oh, that is right into my steampunkery right now. Let's see, put something like this on there. But all the snow crusting and shit. I'm not a fan of the snow crust. Man, I'm gonna build this. I'm actually gonna sculpt this. This is gonna be. This is what my bike marines, my space marine bikers are gonna ride on. They're gonna ride on this. Oh man, yeah. Okay. Um, see, we're gonna hide that. Yeah, I want this. This is so badass. Oh my god. Yeah, that's cool. That is so cool. I'm gonna take a screen cap here. Actually, let's get this in line. I was gonna want this angle here. Oops. I'm so excited. I'm actually screwing up. All right, there we go. And let's see, we want this angle here. There we go. I'm a fan of trains. I'm not like a super nerd, so I don't know all the things about trains. I like the when I'm a fan of something, I'm a fan of its aesthetic. I'm not a fan too much of the engineering or anything that goes behind it. I don't always dive into all those things. I understand how a train works. I understand, what makes sense on a train and what doesn't when I'm like, drawing or kit bashing, something that is train aligned or adjacent. Um, and this is just cool in general, and it's just hella cool in general. Um, so, like I said, yeah, I'm a fan of trains on the aesthetic of it, and I think that you can be a fan of an aesthetic and not necessarily a deep fan in the sense that um, you have information about what it is and what it does. Like, if I talk about, art, okay, I talk about paint, talk about pigments, talk about bonders and agents, and I mean bonding agents and suspensions and solvents and things like that. When I talk about that, technical stuff in the process of painting for fine art or for hobby crafting, then that's the kind of level that most people say that you're a fan of something. Like if I talk about the Marvel Cinematic Universe versus the Marvel comic book universe, if I talk about this particular and like say for instance Spider-Man because he's a hot topic right now. Uh, you have several versions of comic book Spider-Man. You have several versions of movies of Spider-Man, and this last movie. Apparently, I did not see it. I stayed out. I passed on it because I've since lost interest in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I really only got into the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I didn't. I knew that the characters in the Guardians of the Galaxy were totally different than they were in the comics, and some of them weren't even in the comics. And I was okay with that because I saw the movie as its standalone, environment, and I liked the aesthetic of that. And it had a very Destiny kind of feel to it. Honestly, Bungie's design aesthetic kind of aligns, and you kind of get this idea that I like a grim, dark environment, but I'm more about a hopeful wasteland type environment. In other words, your universe is blasted to shit. Um, let's see. Let's go for who's a good grimdark. Actually, the EDZ is really nice. You come out here to not even that. I would have to say the Cosmodrome probably. You have this like this old world collapsed, and then you have this rising new world that's struggling against the old world evils. Uh, and the new world adversaries or foils. And I like that, So, when like I said, I'm a fan of Warhammer 40,000 because it was one of the first tabletop miniature games that I ever played. I played with my brother for a very long time. Um, I actually have not played against a person in a very long time, and I'm okay because I've actually been like, say for instance, like this kind of aesthetic here. I like this. This is not really grimdark. This is more like, I guess you could call it ancient artifact or like abandoned wasteland or what would you call it? Wasteland punk? Maybe you'd call it Warzone punk. So it's like Warzone, kind of stuff. So when it comes to like the Warhammer 40K aesthetic, um, not everything in the universe is grimdark. There are planets that are pastoral, beautiful garden worlds that that very very elite imperial citizens get to live on or visit. Uh, and but they are so far removed from the war zone that they don't experience the violence or the horror of the actual war. And I think that's the real big thing about 40K is that most everybody thinks about it as mountains of skulls, human life is worthless, or life in general is worthless, and you are going to eat your dead in order to survive kind of situation. Which they, on the most horrific of hive worlds, they recycle corpses and break them down into their constituent proteins and starches just so that people can survive on this shit. It's kind of think Snowpiercer kind of vibes, um, but like they didn't use cockroach breeding. And I think actually that because cockroaches are a thing, I'm surprised that the hive worlds don't just use cockroaches. But then again, it wouldn't be grimdark if there wasn't, some form of cannibalism. I don't know. Is it eating your dead? Is that really cannibalism, or killing your living to eat? I think is what qualifies as cannibalism. Uh, there's more carrion eating. There's more carrion feeding and scavenging. There you go. It's more like eating carrion, but I mean, still, it's kind of. Well. It's yeah, and for a little time, I tried to get into a game called Infinity, which I had read about and heard about. But it was this, all these aesthetics, all these different, things. They don't quite. I'm trying to find, I'm trying to find a board game, a tabletop game that matches up with the Destiny kind of aesthetic because I think it'd be kind of fun, to build models and things like that. And you can do that actually. I mean, I could probably take a Gene Stealer and with a little bit of sculpting and very minimal sculpting, maybe take a Gene Stealer cultist actually, and turn them into a fallen pretty easily. Um, Gene Stealers would be the perfect breed because they have the multiple arms, and then of course, if you're just making dregs, then you don't really need to worry about that. But they have the insectoid crustacean kind of feel to them, so they're already halfway there. And then orcs would definitely be the cabal. I could model some orcs because they have the bulk of the cabal, and then just some more cleaner, smoother looking plating, and then of course the domed helmets would be a really good analogy for that. And then obviously your titans would end up being like your space marines and imperial armor kind of shit. Your guardsmen I could use a couple of guardsmen to represent hunters. For warlocks, I would say just a straight off commissar, with the long coat or an inquisitor. So, you have the guardsman, you have your inquisitor, and then you have your space marine. Or your custodes, I guess, would be the closest to what a titan really is. But, segue. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, that's the other thing I like about the Destiny aesthetic is that if you look at the models, they look like something the heavy metal studio would have painted. These guys, they've always had a really pretty look to it. And like I said, I mean, this is this is a dark future, so to speak, but there's hope in it, and you can see that because it's not all dreary, shadows and gloominess and stuff. Although I do miss the jungles of Venus because of that, and yeah, Mars was never really a favorite place for me because of all the snow and shit in the second game, the polar cap of Mars. I wasn't too big of a fan of the desert of Mars in the first game. That was really boring. I like a lot of variety in my terrain, and I like a lot of variety in my settings. Something that has to tickle the monkey brain, keep me engaged. And I think Bungie does that, and I like that. That's a good thing. Um, I could just spend my time bouncing around in the patrol zone, popping chests and pulling resources, and maybe now and then just fire a bullet at something. Anyway, I think I've droned on long enough. If you made it this far, thanks. You must have been really fucking bored, or maybe I was just playing in the background while you were doing something more constructive. But I appreciate that, and thanks for stopping by. I'm out of here for now.